Oh, hey, what's up? Scott Balcom here with Imagination Creation Films. And, it's Friday, and, I feel like it might just be a good time for a live stream. Do you? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to my live stream. But it's also your live stream. And this is a place where you can come and ask questions about filmmaking, photography, movies, music, you name it, anything cool like that. But also I can ask you questions about filmmaking, movies, photography, all that good stuff. It's a community. It's for you and it's for me. Synergy. Right. So thank you for notifying me. Before we get started, want to take a moment, make sure everybody realizes, go out there and subscribe to this channel. And also, don't forget to click the alert bell so you'll know when I'm live. Because those tend to happen, just every so often. Also, if you want to support me, you can support me by clicking any of my Amazon affiliate links down below. You can support me on Patreon. You can support me on PayPal. Those links are down below. Or right here in the middle of YouTube, you just go, smack, Scott, here's some money. Enjoy. Super chat it. It's all good. All right. Welcome, everyone. Let's see. Is there anything? Yeah. Boom. Yeah. Got all the notes, remember? Got little sticky notes everywhere. How are you doing? How are you this fine and wonderful and cold? Look at me. I'm in thermals. It's cold. It was snowing the other night here in Texas. It's weird. Hey, Zach. Hey, Reach Films. He says, second, the space has changed. Sacrilege. Well, Scott's spaces change all the time. You know how many sets I got in here? I got lots of sets. People kept calling it the sauna, and it was very hurtful. And so, yeah, I changed it. I changed it just to, and got this lovely little kind of setup here. And I mean, I know it kind of feels like a store right now. And that's really kind of what I'm going for. But I mean, it's got a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee barks, the dog stings, something like that. What is going on, everyone? It is a wonderful day. It's different. I'm undecided. You need to be decided. You need to be decided. I mean, the sauna is still here. The sauna is right here, and if I touch it too much, it might just actually fall over because it's just propped up. What is going on back there? I keep hearing things move around. Better not be a wasp. You're going to see me scream and run off if there's a wasp back there. Ooh, yeah. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, don't you just want to buy sneakers? And I could just, put some shoes. I mean, look, we got some of my artwork over here. We've got Future right here, blue shaped batteries, color checker. We've got nice old 8mm camera, got some cool aperture lights. We've got the nice little, it's a stress cam. Got a metronome, so I always know when to keep time. More of my artwork, which you can barely see, that's badly. A future giveaway right here. And a nice Canon 35mm gaff tape. I mean, it's everything every studio needs. I mean, I feel like it's perfect. The ghosts of Scott's live streams. There's a few of those ghosts. Who is in the middle? Tim is not. Let's see here. He just apparently read my text that said, by the way, I'm going to be live streaming, because he loves to text me right at about 4 o'clock. Hey, look, a wall. Yes, Tim, Yes, Tim, no more sauna except over here. There's sauna over here. And this light, because it was strapped up there, is now hanging lower, and now it's going to wiggle for the entire live stream. And it's actually pretty bright. I probably shouldn't have brightened it up that much. I just, I felt like it was time for a change. And you can even see my my moving blanket right there because it's keeping this sauna wall from falling on me, which would be good YouTube live, wouldn't it? Got the dog laying down over here. He likes to move in here to the room when I'm in here. I got, all my favorite things. Got a pair of wire cutters. Hey, Allie. Evening. Whoa, new set. That steam isn't good for your electronics. It's true, but what a great way to test gear. I mean, can it survive the Balcom sauna? I mean, I feel like it's a valuable test. I don't know. Tim says it was snowing in Atlanta this morning. It snowed here the other night. We got almost a quarter of an inch of snow in places. I scraped all kinds of snow off my deck, and I built a little snowman about that tall. He was also oddly shaped because every body abdomen part was exactly the same size. It was kind of weird, but I did give him sticks, so extra credit. Yes, welcome to the Balcom General Store. Would you like to purchase a can of beans, or perhaps a X-Rite color checker, or some actual gaff tape? Because, wow, is it getting clumpy? Are we dropping frames, or maybe it's just doing it periodically? I'm just playing around with the slat wall. These are really cheap plastic. They're actually designed for shoes. If you ever go into a shoe store and you always see one shoe on the wall, that's this. That's these things right here. I just wanted to see how they were. They were pretty cheap. The slat wall is pretty cheap. I like the slat wall idea. I was going to go with black. For that set over there, I was going to go with black. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to put one here and one there. And I went with kind of that's technically neutral gray right there, which, you can't see. So it's a little brighter than neutral gray, but it'll hold color better should I decide to throw a little color on the wall. You know what I'm saying? And it also is not near as reflective as the sauna wall, which is throwing a nice sheen off this direction. But enough about me. What's going on with you? What are you folks up to? Tim's looks like a bodega, right? What am I up to? I'm up to no good. I've got a few things to shoot. I've got to wrap up this probe lens. I need to shoot another demo. I've now taken 4, well, y'all haven't seen that video yet, but I've taken 4 cards down and to shoot that this weekend. You'll understand what that means when you see that episode. I'm slow. I'm really I don't feel like amazingly inspired lately. I'm having a lot of fun shooting a lot of stuff, but I haven't been that creative. And it kind of sucks because I actually want to paint some more. And I tell you guys all the stuff that I want to do, and I'm not inspired to do it. And I apologize, but it's me. You kind of come to expect it, haven't you? Look, remnants of hanging the wall. It's pretty funny. Wife and I came in here and I measured up from the ground, placed some screws, and we hung that up on the wall and took down the sauna. And so I came back the next day and I looked and I was like, it doesn't look level. And so I walked over here and got where the camera was, and I was looking this way, and I was like, well, maybe it's the table, because the table's at a little bit of an angle. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just the table. And I look at it, I'm like, it doesn't seem level. So then I pulled out the level and I stuck it on top and I was like, huh, this isn't even close. I don't even know how we got it that far off, but we did. We fixed it. But it was a solid inch and a half. It was extremely noticeable. I don't know what to say. My eyeballs are not that clean, I guess. Reach says, are you not keeping the probe lens? Well, it's on loan. But I will tell you this. It is a lens that I will be buying very soon because it is a blast. But it is a loaner probe lens. And I will be returning it to the next person, or I guess back to the manufacturer. But yeah, I will be buying it because I've had so much fun with it. I mean, so much fun. And I'm planning on a little adventure again here shortly. And that lens is going to be so much fun on an adventure. So I'm going to have to buy one. Yeah, Tim has a Laowa 9mm. It's really wide, but it's micro four thirds, and he doesn't have a micro four thirds lens. Anybody shoot micro four thirds looking for a lens? Maybe Tim can make you a good deal on it. Let's see here. Allie, how's it going, buddy? Reach and Zach, everybody doing good? Reach says, I played around with it a few months back, and I love it. Just don't have any shoots that made me feel like the need to buy it. And see, that's the interesting thing. When I am playing with it, I start to come up with maybe it's my dog, but I heard somebody at my door. I started coming up with new ideas and since that lens wasn't mine, sticking it in the fish tank and the paint it probably wasn't advisable because it wouldn't be fair to other people. But as soon as I buy one, there's going to be some cool stuff coming around. Cool stuff. Tim says, it's one of the most amazing lenses I've seen. It is true. I personally, if they made it, I don't know, like 1.5 times the diameter, but made it faster, I would totally still love it. I would totally love that because, I mean, it's an f/14. It is so slow of a lens. If it was f/8, I mean, it would be primo. And it's great. Don't get me wrong. When the review comes out, you'll see all the praises and everything that I put forward on it. Allie says, all good. No, wait, all good. I did it wrong. Probe lens on my list too, although I feel Mark II is around the corner. I don't know. I am just based upon my discussions, I get the feeling that they're not having any trouble selling them. I mean, I feel like it's one of those that they're like, huh, okay, yeah. Ali says, I've had buyers regret every time ever bought a Mark I product. There's truth to that. There is, because it usually takes a little bit to get the bugs out. DJI is definitely that way. Although I find it interesting that DJI has not done anything with their action camera. They fixed a few things. They did fix the latency, which is kind of cool. Oh yeah. Let me grab that because this is cool. I'll just completely vanish off the off the live stream because you guys don't want to see me anyway, right? But I'll show you my little vlogging setup that I got now. That's, well, I've had it. I just built it. That's it. That's the little vlog setup. This is what I'll be doing, and you'll see it periodically. But for vlogging, you got the little DJI Action here. You've got the microphone adapter, which they now have, which they don't make. I don't get that. It's made by Synovus or Sonova, something like that. And DJI sells it on their website, but they don't make it. I don't know. And then I just use the little Rode Video Micro. And I mean, what a competent, little, tiny, cute camera setup. I mean, isn't that the coolest? I mean, I would totally live stream with it, but you can't output via the USB-C. I don't get that. Let's see here. Reach Film says, did you hook up power to use the light in the tip? No. I've never used it that way. I light everything daylight here in the studio. So I was already, I've thrown tons of light on it. Outside is daylight. I just don't feel that tungsten was a good color to choose. I mean, and every video I've seen of it, the LED color temperature is not great. It kind of gives everything kind of a brownish, muddy color. But yeah, I haven't had a need. Let's see. Kevin Kelly says everyone is a Mark I version. This is true. This is true. I am a Mark I. Wow. Wouldn't that be odd if your name was Mark? Wouldn't that technically make you a Mark II? So I guess not everyone, Kevin, is a Mark I. Wouldn't that be funny though? Like, we all pass, 10,000 years pass, and we're just kind of looking down from wherever we are, and we see another us pop out. We're like, whoa, who rebooted Scott? Disney will reboot you. As soon as they get your DNA and you pass, they're going to reboot you. They're like, you know what? Scott could use a couple of, you know what Scott needs? Scott needs an agenda, a social agenda. We could make him in charge of cleaning sand. Yes, Scott Mark II, the sand cleaner. Okay, let's see here. Twins aren't. This is true. I'm a Mark 29. What about Mark Twain? The twain shall meet. Twain is no, so that means he's not Mark. So that's Mark 0. And also, are we starting? Are we talking in like decimal, or are we talking binary? So I'm technically Scott 0.0, which is alpha. I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty refined. My wife says I am. She got me to lift the lid on the seat when I go to the bathroom now. So, I mean, I feel refined. Are you refined? I'm refined. Twitter's broke. Did y'all see that? I tried to tweet. Oh, there's tweet. It's working, or maybe it's working. I don't know if it's working anymore. I'm not sure if it's working. I don't know if it's, let's see. Did it take my, yep. Okay. It's working now. Yeah. It wouldn't take tweets. I was trying to tweet. I was tweeting left and right. Tweet. But that's, yeah. Okay. Scott squared. What would Scott squared be like? Be hell. Be hell, I'll tell you. So what is everybody working on? I've got some stuff coming, some evaluation units that I'm kind of excited about. More stuff to test and put through its paces. And, I don't know. I really wish I would just kind of vlog more about all the testing that I do. I mean, maybe that stuff would be interesting. I don't know. I just feel stupid. I tell you, I feel like, and I was just talking to someone else about this, I feel like, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, because you'll be like, wait, no, it's not. I feel like my video, like the level of my video production has gone up for like the YouTube to a level that if I went back to simplicity a lot and, just kind of run around with this, showing what I'm doing, I feel like it might not attract people. I don't know. Like people might think, ew, no, that's not what I like. I like the quality. The quality takes time though, and I want to fast. So, Ali says, I guess good products see a Mark II version in heaven, and bad products go to it's true. Let's see. What are some products that went to HE double toothpicks? Aperture, one of their first products, the follow focus design that used the Canon motors for the Canon. You remember that? It plugs into the USB, and you get a follow focus. It was yeah. They wish it didn't exist. Editing my first interview from the jazz doc I'm working on over this way. Nice, very cool. GoPro Karma. That is true. The GoPro Karma. Yeah, that's somewhere down there in HE double toothpicks. Ali says, don't overthink, Scott. Put out content and let the market decide. There's truth to that. We're our own worst critics. Sorry, that was not a cough as a remark. That was a Scott doesn't know how to drink. Maybe Scott version 2 will learn how to drink, you'd think. Ooh, that rhymed. Ah, wow, I like that. Rhymes with sink. Nice. Let's see here. Who's got some interesting Zcam E1? Yes. I've actually reached out to them. I have not heard back from them, but I've reached out, and I've requested an evaluation unit of one of their cameras. I feel like that it deserves a good, solid test out there. We'll see. Bill says, the elevator has changed and you're late. Yes, Bill, you're late. We're not going to talk about the elevator. It's a sauna, but yes, it's changed a little bit. Do you like? Do you want to see some color? What do you think? What are the thoughts on this? Is this better than the sauna? Because I mean, you get to AB it right here. I mean, it's pretty clear AB. Do you like it? I mean, I've got with slat wall, you can do so much because you just pull off the shelving and you can just hang it right back up, and then oh, that looks horrible. That is some bad product placement. Let me put it right down here, right there. Now it looks amazing. Let's see here. My only hope is Scott Mark II learns how to I don't think he will. Let's do a demo, shall we? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Maybe I've got a firmware update. Maybe. That's pretty. Oh wait, let's try it again. Here we go. Ooh, well, see, there's a string there from my previous attempts. You can tell. Let's try again. Ooh, woo. Man. Oh no. Oh, that's for the previous one. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I should just leave on a high note. It's lit. That's it, guys. The live stream's over. I can do gaff tape now. Oh, the little joys in life. See, if y'all would have joined in the beginning, you would have. I've been trying to do something funny at the beginning of every single episode. Last week I was drinking. This week I was trimming my nails with a pair of dikes. Bill says, some light on your face, a window. That would work. I like the old lighting through the window look. Yeah, I've got that. It's got a purpose. That's turning into the office, and then this will be kind of the discussion, talking head live stream space. And then the other set is going to be my demo space. That's the way I'm feeling. And then I still have the backdrop, which I'm trying to figure out how best to use that. I keep telling the wife I'm going to move the big motion control into the other room. Because that way, oh, that's ice and it's cold. That way I gain this whole space back. It might happen. It might happen. I got some stuff to shoot with it before I do that, though. Let's see here. Some light on my face. You don't like the way my face is lit? Do you feel like it needs more face light? I mean, all right. Let me just do this. We'll just live gaff while we're shooting here. What I don't like about that is how much light it throws over here. But as soon as I get rid of that, does that look nicer? You like that? Is that better? Is that better for you? Bill, does that meet your needs? Does it help you and enjoy the Scott Balcom Mark I live stream? Let's see here. Allie says, ha ha ha. Allie says, if you take that string and stick it on a car, it looks like a My cars are all banged up, so it wouldn't work on my wife, but I could see. That is funny. I've never done that, and I need to. I feel like that's something Scott Mark I would do, for sure. All right, Bill. Let's hear some comments. Is this better? Do you like this? I've even switched the latency. We're on ultra low latency now, which means there's only a 15-second round trip now. So you guys should be able to reply. Well, I mean, count 15 seconds. Yeah. That's the way it works. So let's see here. So somebody said that Fridays are really tough for live streams. And I know I've asked this before. Is the time of day, is that good or bad? Should I change it? I mean, should I like go to like a Wednesday live stream like in the middle of the day? I don't know. I remember I used to switch it around a lot. But I mean, I've had some really good crowds show up on this, and some very, smaller, more intimate, more story time with Scott Mark I. Bill says, yes, it's better. Did want to say, hey, got to run. We have the meet and greet for the sports photo workshop in just a bit. Go have some fun there, buddy. Go knock that out of the park. It'll be a lot of fun. I don't know. What do y'all think? What would be if each one of y'all could decide what would be your best time to join in to a Scott Balcom Mark I live stream? What would that be? What would that look like? What time would that be? Just flip through your calendar. Just kind of, just do what you got to do, and tell me what that would be. Oh, it says you're now live on your really. It's letting me know I'm live on my channel. Now that is some helpful information right there. Really, really helpful. Mondays. Reach says Mondays. Interesting. What time of day? What time of day would that be? I mean, I'm basically letting you guys build my YouTube channel, because I apparently suck at it. I can tell you it would be, for me, it would be easier for me to do a live stream on Mondays, which would mean the pressure would be off for a video posting for Monday. And I could do a video posting Wednesday and Friday, or Tuesday and Thursday, I guess I could. Hey, photography with Tony. Hey, Tony, how are you, buddy? How is it down there? Is it warm now, right? It's warm, and now you're getting a lot of rain. Reach Films, evenings are probably best. Realistically, people are working for most part during the day. This is true. But like my friends that did a similar live stream for a long time, now they're so busy working that they don't have time for live streams. But Drew Hall and those guys down there in Mobile, they were getting like 100 people at a time on their live streams. It was kind of phenomenal. It was always amazing, and they do it at like 1 o'clock or 11 o'clock on a Wednesday or Tuesday or Thursday. It was kind of odd, but it worked for people. So I don't know. It's a tough one for me. Kind of like this light. Now I feel like it's a little bright. I used to watch them at craft shows. Well, yeah, exactly. Tony says, yes, it is warm because of summer, and we got a shower or two of rain. Well, that's good, though. I'm glad y'all's fires are back under control. There's a lot of regrowth that has to happen, but it's good that all got in control. Allie says maybe experiment with the times. I think you're right. Reach Films, love those guys. Yeah, Drew and what's his name? Oh God, the other guy, Beard. I'm so bad with names, but they're really humble and very sharing and really generous and helpful guys, and I really appreciate those guys. They're cool. Monday through Friday at 4 or later. Are most of your viewers U.S. based? Now, that's an interesting, Jeff. Yes, Jeff Worley. Thank you. Are most of my viewers U.S. based? Ultimately, not necessarily. On my live streams, you regular folks, you are all over the earth. There's England, Germany, Australia. You guys give a good showing. And then the U.S. That is primarily and Finland, primarily where I see a lot of the live stream stuff. Now, the world on my videos, that is everywhere. It is, everywhere. And it's kind of equal. A lot of it's from the U.S., but it's not a predominantly U.S. It's all over the world. My stats are interesting. No one under the age of 13 watches mine, which is great. It really is. I would love for children to learn something from this, but that will really screw with my YouTube algorithm, the law or whatever that we have now. Most of my viewers are between 18 and 44. The 18 to 25 is pretty big, and then like the 25 to 35 and the 35 to 45, they're about the same. Do a 24-hour live stream and see what most people show up and stick to that time. I could and should do it. I would need to think that one out a little bit, just a little bit. Mostly with logistics, because I don't want to sit here for that long. I want to move around and kind of do things, and that might be fun. And I'd probably do it for like 8 hours, but the other interesting stat is it's like 98% male on my channel, which it is what it is, but I don't know why there's not more females on it. Reach Films, I would hire a camera crew behind the films. You're going to need a bigger cup. Well, I can refill it though, because wireless. Yeah. The only problem is going to be the bathroom breaks. And it's not that, there is a mute button, but what if I accidentally didn't hit that mute button? I'd probably get a lot more subscribers, but Scott in the kitchen, on the toilet, scratching. Yeah, there would definitely need to be a video mute as well. Do I have I don't have a video mute. I have a mute button. I don't think it mutes though. Does it? Nope. That doesn't do anything. Interesting. I wonder why that doesn't do anything. That's supposed to mute. I don't know. Kind of like this one's supposed to tell me how many viewers are live, and this one is supposed to go on, or live, and it doesn't. Yeah, no one wants to see Scott on the toilet, so maybe we'll do intermission. I'll just put on like intermission for like 10 minutes and cut out the audio, and then yeah, that's a good idea. I'll put the monkey with the tools and go, well, we're experiencing technical difficulties. How's the diet going? Well, diet's going good again. So last weekend, Sunday, was Super Bowl, and the wife and I agreed it felt wrong to not snack on some very very fun snack foods during Super Bowl. So I treated the wife. We went and ate fajitas for lunch, which we had some rice and beans, not that many. And we did have a couple of tortillas, so there were some carbs in there. And then for snack time, we did nacho cheese dip with fajita meat in it, but a lot of chips were consumed. And then also I had my mom over, and she made this. She also made some pork meat for some fajitas. It was really good. But she made this praline pie, and I lost count, but I may have had 3 servings of it. So to wrap that up, I had gained. It was kind of funny because there's no way I ate this much food, but it said when I weighed myself, usually I'll weigh about 3 or 4 pounds more at night, and then in the morning when I get up, it's 3 or 4 pounds less. It said that I had gained 7 pounds that day, which there's absolutely no way that I gained 7 pounds of food. I think what it was like a lot of salt, and then I drank a lot, and so that probably was just water weight. But it took an entire week, and it wasn't until today. Well, I guess it was 5 days. So it wasn't until today that I actually got back to the weight that I started the Super Bowl with, which is I am now 46 pounds down. So in a nutshell, to wrap that whole long-winded, Scott Mark I is really, really long-winded. But yeah, I'm still doing well. I still love the diet. In fact, we made chili, because chili, here in Texas, we don't put no beans in no chili. So I don't know how y'all do your chili. And if any of y'all have any delicious recipe ideas, throw them this way, because I love to make stuff too. But I made chili, and a flavor seasoning that I had not purchased in so long and I'd forgotten about was chipotle pepper. So chipotle is basically, I guess it's baked and smoked, or dried and smoked jalapenos. I think it's jalapenos, but it gives it this really savory, and it's not very hot, but it's really savory flavor, just a little bit of spice. So I made chili last night, and the wife and I ate that up. We loved it. It was really good. So we got that. Tony says, that's what made radio great. This is true. You can just tune in whenever you want. And Scott on the toilet. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So, what all is going on? making some changes in life. Nothing major, nothing drastic, but definitely trying to get more secure. Doing some changes. So as I refine that stuff, I'll try to come out. That's weird. I'll expose a little bit of the changes that I've made recently, so that everybody can play along with the home edition. Why don't you retract your message? Well, I can't enjoy your message if you retract it. Let's see. What else? I've got 4 reviews that I'm still working on. And I know I've been saying that for a while. I've been trying to recreate the Halal Guys chicken and rice. Really, oh man, isn't that good? And it's hot. If you get the hot, oh man, that is serious spice. I remember the first time I ever had Halal Guys was I guess it was 2 years ago. I had heard about it. My other friend Bill. Too good for you too. My other friend Bill was always talking about the Halal Guys and how good it was. But I'm a guy that if it's not close by, it needs to be a reason for me to go there. And so I've never been, what have you. So fast forward 70 years, whatever it is. I'm in Vegas. We're hanging out. We have a group of people that we were all at a cigar bar, just drinking, smoking, having a great time. And we're meeting up with more friends, and it's now 2:00 in the morning, I think it is. And the Caesar's cigar bar had closed. The Fuente cigar bar had already closed. So we went to go meet up those friends. We went to the Halal Guys there in the Caesar shops, I guess it is their food court. And we got the Halal Guy. And then we sat there in the the food court and was starting to eat. And it was really spicy. And I kept going back over to the soft drink machine. Well, they kept turning it off. I'm like, no. I need to get more. It's very hot. And they let me get another refill. And then they're like, you got to get out of the food court. I'm like, but this food is so good. So we went and sat at one of the bars that's open all night in Vegas. And I drank water. But Halal Guys chicken and rice is fantastic. So good. It really is one of those flavors that's just, wow, they've got it going on. I tried in New York City a few times. Interesting. Just opened up a shop here in London. Yeah. It's I don't know. I would love to have that recipe. I'm sure somebody's got it. I'm sure somebody has. But yeah, yeah, you're right there. And now that you mentioned it, I think at NAB I'm going to have to go there. Who's going to NAB? Anybody going to NAB? I'm going to NAB. It is. I'm not. We're not doing a house this year. We're gonna stay on the Strip. I think we're staying at Luxor because it's cheap, and I'm splitting a room with a buddy, and he's probably in the chat. And then we'll terrorize the Strip directly. And terrorize is a wrong word, but we will own the Strip, yeah, for a few days. What is that sound? Oh, somebody's driving around on a 4-wheeler. Got it. So who's all going to NAB? Anybody making the trip to NAB? It's a blast. It's a lot of community. I love the interaction with people there. It's a lot of fun. Really nice. Let's see here. I'm going to do, I've got the Aperture Spotlight, and I'm going to do this giveaway. This is the Amaran light. This thing is credit card sized, battery operated. It is an amazing light. We're going to give this away when I do that spotlight video. So look forward to that one. These are artwork, and they were supposed to be glow in the dark. The problem is that the glow in the dark paint is it's not opaque. So it just absorbed into the other colors, and now there's no more glow in the dark. It's kind of funny. One of my favorite ones up here. This one was pretty cool. I enjoyed that one. Yeah, I'm gonna close this up. You know, these color checkers, which are great for getting your color just right. They actually do expire, so you have to be careful. This focus checker. Ooh, look at that moire. Wow, that's really cool. Yeah, these things do actually expire. So if you leave them exposed into the UV, they will fade. So if you're using one, make sure you check the expiration date on them. Live stream's picking up some steam. People are coming in. Hello, who we got? Who's out there? Let's chat. Let's talk about filmmaking. You know, otherwise, I just ramble. I'm just Scott version Mark 1, and he tends to ramble a lot. And you know, say hello. Say what's going on. Anybody that didn't hear last week, if you're looking for a pretty sizable discount on Blue Shape batteries, email me at films@imaginationx.com. I cannot disclose the percentage online. It's part of the deal. But I don't make any money off of it. You get the discount. Blue Shape makes some money. Everybody's happy. But it's a sizable discount. Already have several friends who have already purchased, and awesome for you guys. I know you guys are going to love them, but if you're looking for that sizable discount on Blue Shape, email me at films@imaginationx.com. I'll send you the details. There's a price list. You can see what the discount is on everything, and then the instructions for how you need to order. But super easy. Toma says, hello from Firth. Hello, Toma. See, we were just talking about, is the discount international? I will have to check. Let me check on that, because they are an international company. Let me ask. I will find out for you really quickly here. But Toma, welcome. We were just talking about where the audience is for this channel, and it's really all over the world. And prime example, France. We've got Australia, we've got London, we've got France, we've got Texas. Sorry, we've got the Carolinas. Zach says, hey, Scott, what is the answers from my comment? Just curious. Well, the first comment that he made was, what is the cheapest, best lens full frame for your Sony? So here's what I will show you. This is an Amazon affiliate link, but the answer is Nifty 50. If you've never heard of a Nifty 50 is a 50 millimeter lens. They're super inexpensive. They're super fast. They're easy to manufacture. So they're easy to get. Oh, Wisconsin. Hey, Steve. So the answer is the cheapest full frame lens you can get for your Sony A7R Mark II would be a 50 millimeter lens. Now you asked the second question of what's the best adapter to get for your 75-300 Canon EF. So then I would then throw this back at you and say, are you going to be buying Canon lenses, or are you going to be buying Sony lenses? If you're going to enter any other ecosphere, I would recommend the Canon lenses, or at least the EF format. And if so, buy the Canon EF lens. the Nifty 50. And then for your conversion, you would get the MetaBones adapter. The MetaBones is the best adapter by far out there. They are the originator. They keep up on it. There's lots of firmware. It's good stuff. So yeah, thumbs up the video if you're a Mark I product and proud. So true. I got a thumb. Wow, I can't say. I got a thumbs up my own video. There we go. Steve, how are you? How's life up in Wisconsin? We had snow here. Can you imagine snow in like central Texas? It wasn't very much. It wasn't very much at all. Let's see here. Let's see what is going on. Looking to get that answer. And it is a beautiful day. Ooh, interesting. Ooh, Indie Mogul's got a new episode out on ND filters. Ooh, yes. Interesting. Yeah. So their topic is, and you should all watch that and subscribe to their channel because Ted and Griffin do a fantastic job over there. But theirs is why indie matters, and also why you need to be looking out for IR, which is absolutely true, which is why I use the Firecrest IRNDs, because not all sensors have really good IR filters on there. So a good ND with an IR filter really, really helps. Steve says, under a winter storm watch, 4 to 8 Sunday. I don't even know what that means, a winter storm watch. That means it's going to snow? No, I know what it means. I actually grew up in Nashville where we know what ice is. No, I've experienced snow. I've never lived anywhere where we got more than 6 inches of snow. But I have absolutely traveled in Colorado and loved it, where you're driving down a road and the snowpack on the side of the where they plow it is taller than the cars. I think that's hilarious. Zach says, okay, thank you. And I'm just trying to figure out a price ranges for the adapter and Sony lens because I want to try both ecosystems. Well, there you go. So it sounds like a little bit of both. Let's see. What else is going on? I do have, I've got that and that. So throw some questions. Throw some questions out. I want each and every one of you to write up a question. Even if you don't want to, I don't want to. I'm going to write up my own question. What is the best camera to... I'm typing this. You're going to find out when you see that other video. You'll find out that I have to talk to myself when I type. It makes me sound different. I don't know why. Do y'all have that problem where when you type different than you talk? Like, I don't use contractions when I type, and it sucks because I talk with contractions. And so when I type up my my teleprompter, I'm always like, you are not. And I'm like, I don't talk that. So I have to go through and do a contraction read of the whole thing just to change out everything. And I do it, and I can't stop it. To use when filming sports. There we go. There we go. All right, let's see here. Thomas says, why a metronome behind you? That is a good question. And thank you for picking up on that, because that is just a little bit of insight into the world of Scott. So Scott is also a musician, not a very good one. Scott started on, technically Scott started on piano. And then he went to drums, and then he plays keyboard. He pseudo plays guitar, not very well. You can see here, this is a guitar hanger, and someday it'll have a guitar hanging from it. But the metronome is all about the rhythms of life. And there's a video that I shot and for the most part edited and have never released. Yeah. And it's called Clocks. And this is the TikTok that I have sampled and put into it to help keep the audible continuity throughout the entire thing. But it's also a reminder of the mechanical and I gotta put that video out. I feel so dumb with that video now. I mean, it was 3 years ago when I shot it, and I would do it completely different again, but it was a tough one. I don't know. Yeah. Have you seen Picard yet? No. I don't know if I want to. It's a tough one for me. I've heard mixed things on it. I don't subscribe to the CBS stuff, and I don't really want to pay, was it like $15 a month? I don't want to pay for another streaming service. So it's kind of a tough one for me. I love Next Generation, and I definitely love the character Picard, and I like the actor. But I also feel like he's struggling with his age. I don't know how he's doing in the performances, but in the past, I feel like he's struggled a little. He was in a TV show for a while, and it wasn't good. It was a comedy. Tony says, hopefully I'll be filming more soon now that I have a new video person, and there's a new podcast in the pipeline. Very cool, Tony. Way to go. Scott says, what is the best camera to use when filming sports? That is a good, so what I would tell you when filming sports is you need a camera that has low light capability. Now, why low light when you're filming sports? Because a lot of times sports is happening outside. Well, for a couple of reasons. Number one, why am I getting quiet? I feel like I'm about to talk to a bunch of kids and explain why you should always eat your vegetables. No. Sports, low light capabilities, because number one, you might be in a stadium at night. Number two, you might be in a stadium in the day. You might be various places where you need to take advantage of a few things. One of them is a very high shutter speed, because watching someone with motion blur in sports is not that impressive because pretty much everything happens fast. So when you see things blur by, it's not impressive. So you need to be able to boost that shutter speed up quite a bit. Also, you might want to shoot something in a slow motion, so capturing it at 60 frames a second. And then when you couple that with a high shutter speed and 60 frames a second, that's where the low light's going to come in, especially if you're shooting in a stadium. It's a good question, Scott. Keep them coming. That was Scott Mark 1 that answered that. Allie says, can we speak about day rates and price? Sure we can. What would you like to know or talk about or discuss? Steve says, should I go all in on the Quasar Science T8 tubes, or are they just a fad? It depends. There's definitely some fadness to them, but there's absolutely some use. I've got a bunch of them around here, and I use them all over the place. You can stick like 4 or 5 of those things behind a nice like 4x4 soft grid and create a very big soft light. You can put them in mounts. They make a very nice linear soft light. So they are only soft one direction, which is interesting. Putting them in the visual is definitely starting to go out of fad, but it's not, I don't think it's ever really going to go away, because I mean, they've been doing it for 20 years with the Kino flows. It's just harder to do. So should you go all in on T8? Honestly, I would, if you can, buy their rainbow lights or the Astera Titan tubes, or the next would be the crossfades. Those all have a new, cheaper price now too. By the way, T8s are great. Don't get me wrong. I do have a bunch of them. They're very very inexpensive, but I mean you can gain a little bit of flexibility by going with the crossfades, and a little more flexibility by going with the rainbows. So consider that. They are very useful. I use them all the time. I mean, always. And they put color pops everywhere on the rainbows, and the T8s I'm using just for fill here and there. It's great stuff. Bill says Picard first episode was free on YouTube. Okay, I haven't looked at that. Don't know if it still is. There was another TNG episode. Interesting. It was just another Next Gen. Interesting. I feel the Scott guy. I don't know. He didn't try to say something odd, but he might be. He looks like a troll. I'll give you that. Alex says, how do you guys in the U.S. manage day rates? Because I assume it varies state to state. It varies definitely state, region, city. Like Austin rates are different than Dallas rates. Houston rates. If there's no film base or no film presence there, then yeah, it also varies. I found it was interesting, like Denver. I would have thought Denver would have had good video rates. Horrible. So many people in Denver, they charge nothing because there's no commercials being shot in Denver. So it's tough. I price myself really, what is that under there? Oh, interesting. I price myself based on what I believe the rate would be across the board, and then I will offer a small discount if the region requires it. But I pretty much try to stick to a rate. Now, I'll give you that. I don't always get the job. I mean, I think that's pretty evident. I'm sitting here in my long underwear. No, I mean, but I don't want to go out and work for $200 either. There's rates that are important. So you got to price yourself in your market. And if your market is really cheap, I mean, you're going to have to do what you got to do. You may have to move. It's tough. What were the best Super Bowl ads? The Jeep one. The Jeep ad with Bill Murray was pretty flawless. I really enjoyed that one a lot. The Doritos one was okay. I did enjoy the continuity from the Tide commercials. I thought that was kind of funny. That kept popping in. I really kind of miss the best Super Bowl ads. I really think that, and I'm going to get on a soapbox here for a minute. I really don't think that Super Bowl is a good time, and it should be kept a good time. And it's tough. There's a time and a place for everything, and this will be probably a controversial statement, but I think you should play to the audience, and the audience of a Super Bowl is everybody having a good time. So I think comedy is probably the best commercials that should be shown, and a lot of people want to go touchy-feely, and I understand it's a big audience for it, but I don't know. I don't know. It's tough, and opinions will vary on that. I get it. Ali says, I felt last year's were way better. I felt like 4 years ago was probably the last time they were really, really good were 5 years ago. 5 years ago, it really changed. Yeah. When you get on a soapbox, you need an animated lower third. I should just raise my chair a little bit, and then I do need an animated lower third. Wow. See, this is the OCD. I just raised it up too much. No, I'm not sitting the same. Oh God, I'm never going to be the same. I can't stand that. Okay. Let's see. I do need a lower third. That would be good. Um, um, okay, so to answer the question on the discount, yes, the discount is international. However, the shipping is going to hurt the discount. So you would get the discount, but to ship it over there might eat into that discount quite a bit. But we can certainly find out for you. So if you're interested, email me and I will get you the discount, and then you can reach out and find out just what it's going to cost. Yeah. Okay. Any news about the red Komodo? So it's locked in. The red Komodo's locked in. The drawings and specs have been released, which means everything about the Komodo is locked minus firmware. They can still do firmware changes, and probably will. There are quite a few of them out there. The Komodo was used in that J-Lo commercial. So that Komodo was in that commercial somewhere. I don't know which shots yet. Let's see, what else is there? There will be a batch of stormtroopers. They will be released before, there'll be a small batch of stormtroopers that will be released. I still believe it's not long, a few weeks, a few weeks for the stormtroopers. Then there'll be priority ordering for hydrogen owners, and then a priority allocation, I guess, would be. So everybody would probably get to pre-order at the same time, and then hydrogen owners would get like the first quantities available first. And I believe that no more than 2 months before it will be shipping. And I do have some evidence for that. Yeah. Ali says, yeah, they have a European reseller, and CVP London sell their better. Yeah. And this discount is not through any of those. It is a direct through a sponsored shooter. So I am a sponsored shooter, and I have foregone my sponsor. I guess the way that it's what I said last week is I won't take any money from it. I pass along the savings all to you guys. You guys enjoy it. I don't. It's right here. I don't want to make any money off of you. If you want to contribute, if you want to support me, that's great. But I don't want you to. I don't want to make it. It's probably stupid. I probably should change that, but you get it. So it's not through a reseller, it's direct. And I will pass along the information to you. You can talk, you'll get the price list, you will get the contact information, and then they can figure out what is the price going to be. Right. But it is a sizable discount. Let's see here. All right, who's got questions? I'm gonna open it up. Scott, Mark 1, you got a question? You got a question out there? Don't tempt me. Boy, I'm really hungry today too. I think I want to eat pizza today. And there's a really good pizza with the. I bet we don't have pizza toppings. Oh, we don't. Ugh, that stinks. I like pizza toppings. I like pizza. I like pizza toppings. Love that chicken from Popeyes. Has anybody had the Popeyes spicy chicken? I can't eat it now because it would be cheating. But I hear it's back in stock, which is funny. All right, come on. I may end the live stream earlier today, just cause, yeah. So let's put like 10 minutes on the clock here. Throw some questions out there. Ooh, now we got a whole flood of people that just joined. Who's got questions about filmmaking, cinematography, equipment, lighting, gear, movies, music, photography, lenses, wireless audio systems? How do you deal with infrared light when shooting with digital camera? Well, I'm assuming you mean, well, because there's two ways. You can either want to shoot with infrared light or not shoot with infrared light. Most cameras will have an IR filter on there. And in fact, you'll find that there will be several IR filters or several different filters in a stack that make up a filter that is sitting like almost directly on the sensor. So it blocks a lot of IR. When it comes to protecting for like, serious amounts of IR and you're outside, then you need to use an ND with IR blocking. And that really helps. IR really, in our world, what it does mostly with digital is it throws more light that's not necessarily helpful to the image into the exposure. It can also make skin look a little rougher, a little off, and it'll just change your eye. It will change your exposure meter as well. So if you're outside, get a good ND, IR-ND filter. A Tokina IR-ND is fantastic. And they work amazingly well. And they will block ND. And, well, no, they block IR and ND. But if you want IR, you can actually do that. What you need to do is go get a camera that you don't care that much about, and take off the actual low pass filter on there, and boom, you can now expose to IR. I know Philip Bloom has done that on several cameras. I did it myself. I did a well, you would need, if you're going to do IR photography, you need to put an IR filter on. It's an IR filter stack that allows IR only in, and not the visible light. But if you take off the IR filter, everything will turn pinkish. It's rather weird, but that's what happens when you remove the IR filter stack on there, and that's what's called full spectrum. If you see ghost hunter videos, that's what they do. They do it because basically it gives the camera more light to see. They don't really care about the color at that point because they're shooting it dark. So they'll take off the filter stack on there, makes everything pinkish. Then they put IR lights overhead, and then, nope, that doesn't have it. And then they will illuminate with IR that way. So does that answer your question? Agiza? I don't know how to pronounce that. I apologize. Hopefully that answered your question. This is a great episode. The American Cinematographer with 1917 with the Deacons. Oh yes, such a good magazine. I highly recommend American Cinematographer if you're a filmmaker and you just want to see how they do stuff. It's typically like way over what us semi-pro and pro and amateur filmmakers do, but oh man, it's so good. Love my magazine. Okay. Has anybody else got any questions? And why did I end that with an up note? That sounds weird. Really? That's a funny name. Someone just subscribed and their last name was Fortnite. Deacons for Oscar. Yoo-hoo. Yep. Have you seen there's a friend of mine who's been making these patches, and it's got a picture of deacons and a camera, and it says WWDD. What would deacons do? I think it's the best thing since sliced bread. I mean, really. What commercial was that? There was a commercial that the sliced bread people are like, what? What best thing since sliced bread? Okay, folks, it's slowing down, and that's okay. Well, I'm going to try some live streams at some different times. We'll see. But I hope everyone had a great time today, and thanks for hanging out. As always, if you have any questions or comments, put them in the comment section down below. I do try to read and respond to each and every one, even if it's just to say thank you. Remember, I have a PayPal or a Patreon or Amazon links or Super Chat. You can support me in all kinds of ways, and I greatly appreciate anybody that does. Remember to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, especially if you're a Mark 1, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, you can give me a thumbs down. It's okay. We can be friends. But yeah, subscribe. Be a part of this community. And as always, as I like to leave it, don't let your passions center around your life. Let your life center around your passions. Bye. Peace out.